Hey friends, how you doing? Alan back here yet with another video. This time we're going to be doing a review of my experience watching NEMOPHILA in concert live for the very first time. I have never seen this group before. After all, this is the very first concert. I became a fan of NEMOPHILA in the very beginning, right around the time when they went to Whiskey A Go Go in LA. And by the time I heard them and I decided I liked their music, it was too late for me to get the ticket. So that's around the time that I became a fan. And this is their first official tour in the US. So it wasn't a very big tour. And the thing with the San Diego venue, they added that kind of like last minute. It wasn't a whole lot of time for people to find out about it and get tickets. I think what happened is originally they were going to go to Mexico and they kind of like canceled that last minute, and then they replaced that with the San Diego venue. So I think that's the big part why it wasn't sold out. I know about 2 weeks before the concert date, they kind of like struggled trying to sell the concert tickets, so they actually did a discount on the prices of the ticket. Of course, I already bought my ticket by then, and also I didn't do the general admission. I actually went VIP and I wanted to see them up in the balcony this time. Last time I went to House of Blues, it was the bandmate concert back in October of last year, and I was in general admission. And this time I decided I wanted to splurge a little bit and go upstairs. So I don't have a whole lot of footage as far as like what the crowd looked like when they were lining up to get inside, and also just interactions with the crowds, because there wasn't a whole lot of crowd as far as like the line and outside of the venue before the concert is concerned. I was there about an hour and a half before the beginning of the show, and I only saw about, I don't know, a dozen or 15 people outside, and this is about an hour and a half, right? So there should be more, but I was, I guess in a way, a little bit surprised that there wasn't more. But at the same time, I know a big part of it because it was a last minute addition, and it wasn't going to be sold out. But yeah, so there wasn't a whole lot. So I didn't even take a picture or even talk to people outside. I went inside and kind of like hang out at the bar. So I was in the bar for about an hour, just, I met a couple of people. And of course, there's a lot of crossovers as far as like a bandmate and NEMOPHILA fans are concerned. So did bump into a few bandmate fans over there. So about half an hour before the beginning of the show, I made my way into the VIP section, and I'll show you guys what the VIP section in House of Blues looks like. So when the show started, or just before the show started, there was like maybe halfway full. I'm talking about the balcony. But when I looked, on the general admission, like below me, I was pleasantly surprised that it looked like it was near capacity. So somehow we managed to kind of like at least visually fill the space. I was worried it was going to be also halfway empty, but I was glad that it ended up being almost like full. And I think people just showed up kind of like late. So just before the start of the show, I did make made my way down to the merch shop, and I did buy one shirt. This one says "Seize the Faith," NEMOPHILA on the front with like a really cool graphic there, and then in the back it shows you the different dates. So for San Diego it was March 12th, and again that was a replacement for Mexico, which they decided not to go to. So just talking about the show itself, it was really good. It was very energetic. It was very, very loud. Probably one of the loudest concerts I've ever been to. I've seen a lot of concerts, but this one, I haven't been to a lot of concerts lately, but I've been to a lot when I was younger. But this one was really loud in my ears, and I couldn't help but notice that. And then a day or two after the concert, my ears were still ringing. I probably should have worn earplugs or some sort of a protection, but yeah, it was extremely loud. but they did really perform really well. And I don't know if I already mentioned it, but I'm going to show you guys the set list over here. I believe they played about 15 songs, and 3 of those songs being part of their encore. So they did go out to play like 3 more songs, especially, well, they played 3 songs, and more specifically, one of my favorite songs, Dissension, was the very last song that they played. So I was very happy because I was really hoping that they played Dissension live. But you know, they played a mixture of like different songs from their older album, and then to, of course, the most recent album being that it's called Seize the Fate tour. So you get a pretty good mix of the songs that I'm sure you will find some that are like your favorites, and mine was like Life being one of them, and then also Dissension, and you know, Oiron, I think I said that right. But it was a pretty good mix, and I was really happy with the sound, with the song selection that they did, and I did manage to record some footage. I'm not really good at recording footage as far as like making sure that the camera is steady and I'm holding it. And what I should have done is I should have brought my gimbal and just set it in front of me, because I was like right at the counter and there's nobody in front of me, so I had a pretty good view of the stage. I should have set my gimbal and just kind of like recorded the whole thing, but I didn't. I just can't do this, not even for an entire song. You know, I tend to be like very active and participate in the concerts. I like experiencing and being part of the show rather than being too busy doing this. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do appreciate it. I do watch people that do fan cams, but me personally, I just have a hard time doing it. That's why when I went to see a bandmate recently in Fukuoka this year, I was kind of glad that nobody really had cameras out, and I think it was kind of like they were not very strict, but I think the Japanese were just very respectful when they were asked not to have cameras in concerts. They just don't do it. But overall, it's a better experience because everybody's like able to cheer and clap and just be very engaged with the show, and I kind of like prefer that. So I don't have a whole lot of footage, but I will show some of this footage here in this video today. But it was a really good show, and I really enjoyed it, and we had a lot of fun. I actually, Husky, I was like on her side, to the left side a little bit. We actually locked eyes a couple of times because I don't think she can help but look at my direction, because I was like just really like, I was probably the most active when it came to the balcony crowd, and like I said, it wasn't very full, maybe halfway full, and I'm sure they can notice me just going like crazy up there in the balcony, you know, probably worried that I was gonna like fall off the balcony or something. But I thought that was cool that I felt like that brief moment of connection with the band, especially with Husky. So so that was kind of cool. So yeah, the show lasted for about, I don't know, about an hour or a little bit more than that. And it was a great experience, and I hope that they do come back to San Diego one day, because I would like to see them again. If not, I'm sure they'll go back to LA, and I'll go travel up north. It's not too far from me. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, and I just want to say thank you for watching, and I do hope that you guys continue to support NEMOPHILA. They're just one of my favorite bands from Japan, and they just rock, and they're really good. And I just hope that you guys continue to support them, and go visit their official channel for their latest videos. Anyway, that's it for me, and I'll see you guys on my next upload. Take care.